Hello there. My name is Stephanie, and I will be your yoga teacher for the day. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself today. This morning's flow is going to be a very beginner, basic class, but we will be moving. So go ahead and find yourself a nice comfy seat on your mat. This can be a seated easy pose like I have chosen. You could sit in kneeling position if this feels better for you. If you'd like to sit in easy pose and you can't quite get there, a block is always great. Just sit your sits bones up on the block and allow your knees to drop down. This is such a nice position. I'm going to actually stay here today. Go ahead and butterfly your eyes closed and notice your breath. Every inhale and exhale. Here in yoga, we are looking to connect our breath with our movement. Breath to movement. We'll start with some neck rolls, starting with our right ear to our right shoulder. Feeling the stretch all down the left side of our body. Breathe in and out here. On your next inhale, bring it back to center. Place your left ear on your left shoulder, or attempt to. Feel that stretch all down the right side of your neck now. Find some deep breaths here. On your next inhale, we can drop our chin down to our chest and begin some neck rolls. Left or right. If it feels good, you can look up to the sky, allow the neck to drop back, opening all down the front of our neck. Breathing. If this doesn't feel good, just continue with the neck rolls. Getting our neck nice and warm for our practice today. This is always a must. Warming up the body to move is a necessity to not get ourselves hurt. Yoga is all about finding what feels good, and that's what we are here to do. Place your left hand down beside of you, sweep your right arm up. Right side body stretch. You should feel this stretch all the way from your right fingertips, all the way down your side body to your right hip. Breathe here. We are not collapsing in our chest. We're trying to keep our chest lifted up towards the sky. Breathing deeply in our nose and out our nose. Let your next inhale bring you back up to center, both arms up. Place your right hand down, left arm sweeps over to the right. Left side body stretch. Same things on this side. Make sure we're maintaining the integrity in our chest upwards. Making sure we're not really collapsing. We should be able to almost bring our right hand away from the mat, not putting all of our weight in that hand. Maintaining some core strength here. Breathing deep. We call the breathing in our nose and out our nose Ujjayi breathing. This keeps the fire to get us through our practice inside of us. Sweep both arms up to the sky. Exhale them down through center. Place your right hand on your left knee for an easy twist back. On every inhale, allow it to lengthen, and all the exhales will deepen into your twist. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale back to center. Left hand to right knee. Right hand goes behind us for a twist on the opposite side. Breathing here. Every inhale allows you to lengthen And all the exhales allow you to twist deeper. Such a good stretch for the spine. Let the next inhale bring you back around to center. We're going to mermaid our legs around to find an all fours position. We want our fingers spread as wide as we can get them. We want our shoulders over our wrist. We want a straight spine, and we want our hips over our knees. Our feet are pointing straight back, all fours. We'll begin by warming up the wrist. So while they're pointed forwards, just rock forwards and backwards, right, left, making some circular movements. We use our wrists a whole lot in yoga, and the same with our neck. We want them to be very warm before we start just plowing into them. Turn your hands to the outside edges of your mat, and we're going to do the same movement. So front to back, right to left, and maybe some circles one way, and then circle the other way. Point your fingers towards you. This is getting a little more complicated. Rock forwards and backwards, right, left. And let's do 2 circles, one going one way and another circle going the other way. If you can point your hands down towards the mat and attempt to lift. If you want more, you can bend in your fingers there and try to make a fist. This is an extremely challenging wrist warm-up. So if you're not comfortable with that, please don't do it. We're going to do some cat-cows. So chest goes up. You inhale for cat. Then tilt your sits bones. Chest goes up in the air for cat. Cat. This is cat. Yep, cat. We exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Chest lifted. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Now my favorite here is barrel rolls, so we're going to go ahead and take a few of these. So if you want to watch the screen, I bring my chest down and I lift up through cat, and then I come back around. So I am rolling through the entire barrel if I had one here. We're going to go 3 one way. And once you get your 3 that way, go ahead and go the opposite way and do 3 barrel rolls the opposite way. And then we're going to meet back in all fours position. Make sure your alignment's right, that your shoulders are over your wrists and your hips are over your knees. Your next inhale, take your left foot back, right arm forward. Breathe. On our next exhale, we're going to bring our right elbow to meet our left knee. Inhale and exhale. Inhale them back out, and exhale, bring them back in. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. Inhale, out. And exhale, back to all fours. Good job. On your next inhale, put your right leg out, left arm forward. Breathe. We're going to do those same motions on this side. So meeting our left elbow to our right knee on our exhale. Inhale. Exhale together. Inhale, open. Exhale together. Inhale, open. Exhale together. Inhale to open. Exhale together. Inhale to open. Exhale together. Inhale, open. Let your next exhale bring you back to all fours. Way to go. Plant those hands, untuck those feet, send that butt back for our first down dog of the day. We can walk our dog here, slowly bending our right leg, putting right leg down, bending our left leg, and we just walk our dog for a little bit here, firmly pushing through your hands, grounding the heels down to the mat. Down dog is an extremely good posture just to hold all by itself. Find some stillness here and go ahead and notice your breath here. On your next inhale, come up to your tippy toes and walk forward to the front of your mat for our first forward fold. You can keep your hands on the ground, or you can interlock your opposite hands to opposite elbows and find a nice sway here. Noticing your breath. You can have a slight bend in your knees if that feels good here. Our purpose is to get our belly to our thighs, not to get our head to our feet. However, we are not just sitting here just crunching ourselves as hard as we can. We want this to be a way to allow ourselves to relax, give our heart a little bit of a rest in this position. On your next inhale, we're going to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, slice through that sky forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. For our first down chaturanga, we're actually going to drop our knees, our chest, and our chin. Slide through to cobra. And exhale, meet me in a downward dog. Walk them feet out again. And walk up to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up overhead, standing tall. Exhale, hands through heart center. Good job. Okay, let's inhale, arms up. Slice through that sky forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step it back. This time we are doing chaturanga and upward facing dog. Untuck the toes, keep the thighs off the ground, pushing up, keeping the chest lifted towards the sky. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Our next inhale, we're going to sweep our right leg up towards the sky, keeping our hips squared, our shoulders squared, pointing the toe or flexing the toe, just keeping it active. Bring it forward in between your hands. Lower that back left knee to the ground. Here's our crescent lunge, arms up. Remembering to breathe here. Matching our movement with our breath. Making sure that your knee is not over your ankle. Making sure you're lifted up. We are not collapsing, right? We're lifted. You're aiming to grab a bar overhead. And breathing and smiling. We are happy to be here. We want to be here. We have showed up for ourselves. This is what we are here for. Way to go. Breathe. Let your next exhale. You can plant those hands down. Rise up to plank. Step that right foot back. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And meet me back in a downward dog. Breathe. Way to go. Way to be here for yourself. On your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and sweep our left leg up. Same things. Keep pushing through the shoulders. Keep your hips squared. Keep the toes active. We want them pointed or flexed. We want them active. However you feel active feels good to you. Let your next inhale, bring that foot in between your hands. Drop your right knee. Sweep those arms up. Crescent lunge. Same things on this side. We are not collapsing here. We are lifted. Our chest is lifted. Our heart is open. Our arms are lifted up towards the sky for that imaginary bar that is ahead of us. Breathing. Next exhale, let your arms go back down. Frame your foot. Lift your back leg. Step the left leg back for a plank. Down to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Meeting me back in a downward facing dog. Pedal through those feet. Whew, yeah, this feels good, right? This is what we came here to do. Getting our bodies nice and warm, showing up for ourselves, letting our bodies know that we care for our bodies. We are here to move so our immune systems work good. Our self-confidence is here. We know who we are because we meet ourselves every day for the betterment of ourselves. Let your next inhale walk to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Clasp those opposite elbows. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Okay, now we are going to lower down. So I want your arms up overhead, tiptoes. Now we're going to go down all the way to the floor as slow as we can make it. So this is going to take control, lots of core, lots of legs. If you don't make it, it's okay. Your mat's there to catch you. We are coming down to this squatted position. Oh yeah. Hold this, hold your balance. You can always have your arms here, we want this stretch in our toes. And of course, we're challenging our balance. So make sure you're smiling here. This can be a very challenging position. So we are happy. We want to be here. We want to be doing this. We smile. Okay, slowly put your arms in front of you and gracefully sit back. We're going to find boat pose. So make sure that your sits bones are firmly planted. We want our chest to remain lifted. Okay, this may mean this position for you. This requires lots of core and lots of leg muscle, along with lots of back muscles. So this can take time. We want to start with our hands behind our knees. And we're basically pulling back. You can do this 1 foot at a time. You do this both. If you are doing full boat, please make sure your chest is lifted, your spine is straight. And we're going to hold this for a little while. So make sure you breathe and smile. The smile makes our bodies more content in these positions. We chose to be here. We might as well be happy about it. We're going to do some toe taps, 10, so 5 on each side. Right leg down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Now we're going to do some V-sits. So we're going to come down and back up. Down and back up. Down. 4, 5. Good job. Cross your legs. Vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and meet me back in a downward facing dog. Good job. Way to go. Way to show up. Knock it out of the park. Okay, we're going to roll up and we are going to come back down to a seated position. Legs out long in front of us. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Once again, we want our bellies to touch our thighs. We do not want our chest rounded, trying to get our head to our shins. We are looking to get our head to our feet. A lot of times I like to use a block because this allows me to pull a little deeper. Please keep your spine straight spine. And hold this for a little while. You can have a slight bend in your knees. If pushing them all the way down to the ground is too much, just slightly bend them. No one's ego here cares. To me, the bend in the knee feels amazing. Breathe. Let your next inhale bring you back up. We're going to spread our legs into a wide-legged seated position. Lots of you have asked for flexibility. This is one of the things that I do every single day. I start by waving my body from right to left to get these muscles knowing that I am about to stretch them. And this just helps me get into these positions just a little bit easier. So I'm going to place my right hand in front of my left leg. My left arm is going to sweep over. My left hand is attempting to reach for my right foot. I don't want this. Okay? I want this. Over. If you can't reach your foot, it's not a big deal. This is why we do this, so that we can stretch. If you do this every day for 3 years, I promise, you will be able to grab your foot and maintain the integrity of your chest pointed upwards. You want this stretch to be more on the left side body than in the feet or than in your legs. You can pull with this and open. It's such a good stretch. We are most definitely all in the side body right now. Okay? Walk around your center. This is stretching your hamstrings, all of them. Okay, we're going to place our left hand down towards the right leg. Our right arm sweeps over, maintaining the opening of the chest, maintaining that integrity. Right side body stretch. You should feel this massively, whether you are here, or here. We should be feeling this all down the right side body. Remembering to breathe. Breathing in these uncomfortable positions allows our minds to know this is okay. We may be in an uncomfortable situation, but we know it's temporary, and we know our bodies can handle this. We just got to let them know it's okay. Breathing in these positions help that. Go ahead and walk your arms forward. Now, I don't want to see the rounding of the spine here either. We really want to maintain a straight spine. So just walk your hands forward. This is where a lot of people are. This is a great stretch. Just get to wherever feels good for you. And remembering to breathe. Breathe love and kindness into the spots that are not feeling so loving and kind right now. This pulls, this hurts, and so does life. And we have to figure out the way to get through it. And normally we get through it by sticking it out. Stretching is one of my favorite things to do. The older we get, the more we need it. I know I look like I'm in my 20s, but I promise that I'm not. Okay, walk those hands back up. We're going to meet our feet together. And we are going to, it's always going to be the same thing for me, straight spine. Do not curve the spine unless I tell you to curl the spine. Otherwise, we are stretching right now deeply into our hips. So the point here is to bring our chest to the ground. We are not bringing our forehead to our big toes. That's not what we're doing. And just breathe here. I love it. Next inhale brings you back up. Swing those legs around. And we're going to slowly come down to our backs. I love to challenge myself in this way by just putting my legs out like this and seeing how long I can take to get down to my mat. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Legs in to your chest. Hug them. Hug those legs. Biggest hug you've gotten all day from yourself. Way to go. We are going to keep our right leg up near our chest. Left leg goes out long. Don't put it down on the ground yet. Pull this right leg in. We are pulling it towards our chest. You can open it up towards the armpit. Still keeping the left leg raised. Yes, core. Okay, now you can drop your left leg. Pull your right leg all the way over towards your left. Put your right arm back. We want this arm to be straight down on the floor. We want both of our shoulders on the floor. This may mean that we are only twisting to here. This is okay. We want to maintain the openness in our chest. Both shoulders on the ground. Gaze is towards your right hand. Breathe here. On your next inhale, come back to center. Go ahead and bring both of those knees up to your chest again. Big hug. And drop that left leg down, but not all the way to the ground. We're hovering while we stretch that left leg towards our chest. Open it up towards our armpit. Now you can drop the right leg and pull that left knee over towards the right. Left arm goes out long. Gazes towards the left hand. Breathe. Your next inhale, bring you back to center. Hugging both those knees again. Biggest hug you gave yourself all day or anyone's given you all day. Grab both of your feet, the outsides. We're going to come back for a happy baby. Keeping the sits bones on the ground. You should feel your entire spine on the ground. And pulling those legs down into your armpits. Oh, I love happy baby. This position always makes me feel so very playful and baby-like. And it is here that we remember that our mat's got our back. I know you're like me, you're practicing at home, there's no one around you but that mat. It looked at you this morning until you rolled it out. It thanked you when you stepped on it. And now it's holding us here, saying, look at you, way to go. Everything is exactly as it should be. Way to show up for yourself. Go ahead and find Shavasana. Arms out long. Hands out by your side. Snuggle those shoulder blades up under you. And let your body absorb your practice. This is the most important part. You can stay in this position as long as you wish. I am going to go ahead and close out our practice. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.